the controller is going to take control. The controller is going to take responsibility of actually putting in the data. Because remember, the controller, our library system class, our controller is going to be in charge of putting everything together, putting all the files, extracting the files. It's going to be equivalent to our main system in our previous project. But for now, initialize this to an array that has 4 columns. This book data corresponds to this book column, and it needs 4 columns. So each row data is an array, and that array must have 4 things in it. So for now, those 4 things are just going to be empty strings. I just put spaces, just spaces. And for now, we only have 1 element inside our book data. String, then we're going to create the same thing for our file table. Has 3 columns, so 1, 2, and 3. All right, now let's just set up our class constructor. Public browse library panel. Then again, we need to call the super, the constructor of the JPanel, and we're going to pass a new flow layout. Again, this is not necessary. The default is flow layout, so you don't need to do this. I just like to do it, so when I see my code, I know right away that, yeah, that I'm using flow layout. Again, we have a bunch of widgets that we want to initialize to keep our code clean. We're going to create a method for that in it, widgets. Then we're going to add the widgets. And then again, set the background color. Background. To new, and it's going to be the same color as our previous panel. So you know what, just go on over to your addBookPanel.java and just copy and paste this line over here. You know what, let me just close a few things, because we're going to be copying a lot of stuff from addBookPanel.java to browse library panel, because they're very similar. Paste. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, sorry about that. Paste it here, I mean. In your browse library panel. Now create the methods. I'm just gonna rearrange this, put this on top, because being on top is always better. That's what she said. I don't know. Sometimes I like being in the bottom too. Anyways, initialize the widgets, right? All right. So again, we're gonna need a main box and 5 H boxes. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over to our add book panel and going over to your init widgets, and then just copy and paste, copy up to HBox number 5, and go into your init widgets, browse library panel, and then paste that there. Control Shift F, and we just initialized our horizontal boxes and our main box too. Now, let's instantiate our JLabel. In library, JFile, JL file table. Let's copy and paste this over here. Instead of showing all files in book, let's capitalize this. Now let's instantiate our buttons. It's going to be the open. Import it. Oh, that's right. We still haven't declared our buttons up top. Oh, man. Oh, and we haven't even declared our JTables yet. Wow, I'm just skipping stuff everywhere. Well, let's add the buttons first. Again, we need, how many buttons we need? This is the end result. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buttons. J button. Control Shift F. Now let's declare our JTables. Call it tbook, tbooks, and table, T for table, files. Import JTable. Now let's instantiate our buttons. Now what am I doing? Just delete this, copy this. I'm going to copy it 5 times.